Hey, what's up, guys? So, I thought I would make a video on my Stephen King book collection. Well, Stephen King collection, because there's movies on that shelf. But yeah, I've been I've been doing this for like almost 3 years, making YouTube videos, and I can't believe I haven't talked about my Stephen King collection. So, I'm sorry about the lighting. Um, you'll tell it gets bad, like especially on this shelf, because there's like a shadow, and it's gonna be kind of awkward for me to film down there and show the books, but bear with me. But yeah, I have about 70 something Stephen King books, and that's counting doubles. But I took the doubles out of this, or off my shelves, because I just wanted to show um like the I didn't want to show doubles, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, let's get to it. So the top shelf, um I guess I'll just pull out individual books. um so the first one is Creepshow, and The Stand, and It. And sorry for like the light on on the book. A lot of these books are old library books, so they're laminated and they have the little stickers. So yeah. Next is Under the Dome, and The Outsider, which I was keeping up here on top of the books, and Sleeping Beauties. And I just read this book, and I wasn't a big fan. I was disappointed. I thought it'd be great, Stephen King writing with his son. But yeah, I was disappointed. I'd probably give the book like a 3 out of 5. And starting back over here with Under the Dome, we got Insomnia, which was a really good book. Then we got Dreamcatcher, which I haven't read. And also, I was going to mention, I have read almost all of my Stephen King books, except for like 7 of them. So, not counting doubles, I would have 69 Stephen King books. And yeah, I only need to read like 7 more, and I'll have read every book I own by Stephen King. And next we have Needful Things. I really like this edition. And Desperation. And I just wanted to show this real quick. This is Regulators by Richard Bachman, which is Stephen King. If you put the two books together, it makes a picture, but this one's a little too short, so man, that sucks. Next is the Tommyknockers, which I have not read, and at the end of the video, I'll probably show all the books I haven't read, which is only 7, so it shouldn't take too long. Salem's Lot, Dolores Claiborne. My favorite book of all time, Misery. Revival, The Dead Zone, Cell, and The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. And that is all the books on the first shelf. So the second row, I have one of the graphic novels of The Dark Tower. Well, 2 of them actually. And my Dark Tower collection. Here is book 1 of The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger. Book 2, The Drawing of the Three. Book 3, The Wastelands. Book 4, my favorite book in the Dark Tower series, Wizard and Glass. Book 5, Wolves of the Kala. Book 6, Song of Susanna. And Book 7, The Dark Tower. And then after the Dark Tower books, I have Elevation, and you can see that I don't take stickers off my books. Doctor Sleep, that I need to read again because it's been a while. And the next 3 books are the Bill Hodges trilogy. And then I have Rose Matter, From a Buick 8, Gerald's Game, which I really liked. Blaze, written under the pen name Richard Bachman, which, fun fact, this was my very first Stephen King book that I ever read. The Regulators again. Carrie, which was Stephen King's first book he ever published under the name Stephen King. Well, his real name, Stephen King. Firestarter. Black House, which he wrote with Peter Straub. And now we are on the third shelf. I'm probably going to have to kneel down here. Okay. So this is mostly his anthology books that I keep separate from the rest, like his short story books. The first one I have here is Needful Things, Skeleton Crew, Bizarre Bad Dreams, Full Dark No Stars, 4 Past Midnight, Nightmares and Dreamscapes, and Just After Sunset, which is probably my least favorite of his anthology books. And next, I have his movies, and I'm not, I don't know. I might pull them out individually. Looks like I'm going to. So, the first one I have is The Langoliers, which I have on VHS that I've had for a really long time. The Dead Zone, which I think is the remake. Misery, Dreamcatcher, and here is here's 4 of his movies: The Dead Zone, the original, Pet Sematary, Silver Bullet, and Graveyard Shift. 1408, which I really fucking love. The Green Mile, which is my favorite movie of all time, made me cry so fucking hard. The Original Carrie, Hearts in Atlantis, Creep Show, The Shawshank Redemption, Night Flyer, which is a weird vampire movie. And this is like a mini series, 11/22/63. Really good, highly recommend it. And here's another really cool movie from what I remember anyway: Storm of the Century, The Shining, Riding the Bullet. And this is a triple feature with it and the remake of Salem's Lot. And the reason why I left this one last is because yeah, this was a terrible fucking movie. This was a remake of The Shining. See, Stephen King didn't like Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, so he had the film remade. And yeah, it deserves to be left last. Rose Matter. And this one has 6 of his films, if you couldn't tell. At Pupil, Secret Window, Bag of Bones, Sleepwalkers, Christine, and Stand By Me. Now, it's been a while since I've watched this. I don't really remember if this was a movie or a mini-series, but this is Nightmares and Dreamscapes, which is like, I think they're like little short stories based on the book Nightmares and Dreamscapes. The next one is The Stand, which is a mini-series. The next one is Cat's Eye from the movies I have up here on top. The Original Salem's Lot, 2017's It, and Children of the Corn. Okay, so I'm on the 4th and final roll or shelf, and I'm having to set on the damn floor. So, hopefully I can get through this fast without my back hurting. So the first book on the shelf is Storm of the Century, and it's a screenplay of the movie. Next is 11/22/63. Next we have Cycle of the Werewolf, which you might know it as Silver Bullet, the movie. Next we have On Writing, Dense Macabre, Gwendy's Button Box, The Green Mile, Joyland, Lizzie's Story, Wind Through the Keyhole, which is book 4.5 in the Dark Tower series. But for some reason I keep it down here. Like, it's not really a part of the Dark Tower series. Like, it is, but it's not. Like, you don't have to read it if you read the Dark Tower series. But yeah, it's cool. Duma Key. On top of the books, I have Thinner and Cujo. Night Shift, Hearts in Atlantis, which I'm planning on reviewing soon. Different Seasons, and Different Seasons and Night Shift, which is right there. They are also anthology books. Eye of the World, which is like Stephen King's only straight up medieval fantasy. Like, I really need to read this again because it's been a while, but I really liked it. The Dark Half, Pet Sematary, and if you're really looking for something really scary to read, if you're just now getting into Stephen King or something, read Pet Sematary. Bag of Bones, The Talisman by Stephen King and Peter Straub, The Shining, Christine, and the Bachman books, which has Rage, The Long Walk, Road Work, and The Running Man. And I also have the ebook to The Plant by Stephen King. It only came out as an ebook, and I believe it's not finished, or it's never going to be finished. But yeah, it was like an experiment Stephen King did a long time ago. And yeah, I also have that, and I'll try to put a picture up in the video of it. Now, I'm going to show you guys what I haven't read by Stephen King. So I haven't read Thinner. I haven't read Doohickey. I haven't read Lizzie's Story, or Danse Macabre, or Storm of the Century. And the last two books I haven't read by him is Dreamcatcher and The Tommyknockers. So that's 7 books I haven't read by him. And it was 8, but I read Sleeping Beauties just recently, like a week ago. So yeah, that's my Stephen King book collection. And I got a lot of damn books. Like, that's just Stephen King. You should see the rest of my books I have. I just, like, recently counted all the books I own, and you would not believe how many I've got. But if you want to know, it's 680 books. 680 books I have. And yeah, like about 70 something is just Stephen King. This man writes a lot, and I always get everything I can that he publishes. And yeah, there'll probably be stuff here in my collection that I don't know about, but that's out there somewhere, like a novella or something like that he's wrote, that I haven't got. But trust me, if I find out, I will get it. But yeah, if you see anything here that I don't have that you know about, like a novella that was never published in one of his anthology books, let me know, because yeah, there's probably something out there I don't know about that I need to get and add to my collection. But yeah, guys, that's my Stephen King collection. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon for another video.